Hey, my name is Brett Beckwith, and I want to share with you something that's really special to me. I'm working on writing this for quite some time. I just finished it. It's called the 20% Blueprint, and I actually want to give you a copy of this for free. Inside of here, you're going to learn how to finally start making progress in the gym while putting in less effort. So, kind of the backstory behind the 20% Blueprint is about 10 years ago, I started working out. I didn't really have a body to show for or one I was confident with, and I really wanted to be jacked, lean, and strong, but I didn't know exactly what I needed to do to reach my goals. And I'll be honest, at the time, I had really bad confidence issues. I hated how I looked, and I just wanted more people to like and respect me. And I used this as a drive to get into the gym, had a trainer and everything. But I was getting frustrated because I would make some decent progress for some time, but then I would make no progress for even longer. I'd run into plateaus. One day, I was not motivated to go to the gym because I was tired of not getting out more than what I was putting in. Does that sound familiar? So I called my trainer, and I knew he wouldn't like it, but I told him I wasn't coming into the gym that day, and he asked why. I tried to BS my way around it, but eventually I told him I just don't want to. So he paused for a minute, and what he said next is something I'm never going to forget, and I'll tell you that in a little bit. But the call ended, and I sat there and thought about stuff for a minute. Within 15 minutes, I was already in that gym, and I got to work. But more importantly, I started figuring out what I needed to do better. I tried finding the pieces to the puzzle I was missing. So I would go on the internet and I would learn something. I'd try it out, see if it works, and then go again. It's basically just a ton of trial and error trying to figure out what does and doesn't work. But see, the big problem I was running into was that there is a lot of wrong stuff on the internet. A lot of self-proclaimed experts and even doctors would say stuff that was complete BS. And I mean, this is even a bigger issue today. There are people that are either generally trying to help and they're just causing damage. Then you have people that are just trying to make money off of you. Both are bad options. And see, this has given me a lot of problems, but I was still determined to find the right answer because I always had in the back of my head what my trainer said to me that one day. About 7 or 8 years of research and pure trial and error, I finally figured out what I needed to do to maximize the results without wasting any time on stuff that doesn't work. So I learned that I needed to put my effort into only a few things that brought most of the results. See, before I would put a ton of unnecessary effort into things that brought little, if any, results. Not only that, I finally got a strong, lean body that I was confident in, and not one where I needed validation from other people, but one where I could, look in the mirror and be proud of myself. One day after all this has passed, I was sitting there thinking, if I had just known to put all my effort into only a few simple things, like that's it, nothing else, throughout everything else, this whole process would have been a lot easier. And I want that for you, so I went ahead and took the few simple things that have the most impact on progress, and I made the 20% Blueprint. And I'll tell you here in a minute how you can get it for free, but inside of here, there is a lot of cool stuff. On the surface level, I teach you exactly what you need to focus on to make progress and nothing more. The core 20% that brings 80, 90, or even 99% of the results. It's kind of like low for high reward. And it's so simple. Once you realize that, you're just going to be amazed. But here's the thing. You have to know this stuff. If it brings 80% and more of the results, there's no avoiding it. You have to do the 20% if you want to reach your goals. So I put the surface level stuff in the 20% Blueprint cheat sheet in the back here. If you're the kind of person who wants to know exactly what they need to do and nothing more, make sure you check this out. I summarize everything you need to do for results and nothing more in a single paragraph. Everyone laughs when they read it just because it's so simple. I mean, it's a shortcut to the huge learning curve I had to go through, and you can start applying this stuff right away. I mean, that sounds pretty nice, right? So I want to give you all of this for free. And how do you get it for free? Well, the only way to get it, you can't get it on Amazon, can't get it on my website. The only way to get this for free is if you start one of my training blueprints. And what are my training blueprints all about? Well, take a survey down below. It'll take into consideration who you are, what your goals are. It'll match you with a training blueprint fit for you. You'll be taken to a page that'll show you more about it and what you get when you get started today. But just know the only way to get this is by starting a training blueprint. And when you do, you'll have instant lifetime access to this for free, plus any additional stuff I'll add to it in the future. This thing is literally worth years and years of research, trial and error, and experience. And it's going to drastically shorten your learning curve, and I'm going to give it to you for free. And that sounds pretty good, right? Well, there's still a lot more here. And the bulk of this stuff, I deeply explain the 20%. I go in depth on a lot of nitty-gritty stuff, and I talk a lot about common misconceptions. It's broken into 4 different categories. First, we have the lifting principles for dense muscle and impressive strength. Then we have the complete guide to flexible nutrition. That's the thick of it. All right, then we have the simple keys to adequate recovery and developing your lifting mindset for long-term results. You know, and here I'll talk about core lifting principles, basically how to do stuff right in the gym. You know, I'll talk about training until failure. Do you know if that's something you should do? All right, okay, most people don't know the answer. If you don't know the right answer to that, you could be messing up a lot of your progress. And I'll give you a hint. It's more often than not, less is more with your training all around. All right, and here I'll talk about how much protein you actually need. If you're not getting enough, you're really screwing yourself over. All right, now what about carbs? What's the deal with those? Do you need to limit them? Are they bad? Okay, you'll learn about that. Okay, to maximize recovery, what's actually necessary to do, I will cover that. To build a bulletproof mindset, to not only never miss a workout again, but even improve your overall life, all covered in here. All right, and it goes on and on and on. I spilled my brain all over the keyboard. I put everything I know in here for you to have for free. You know, you can get this, look through it all, and start applying everything today. And it's something you're gonna love just because it's so simple. I've never seen anyone else do something like this before. And before we get started, I'll let you know what my trainer told me that one day. I guess you don't want to get better. Yeah, that one hurt a little bit. And again, you can get your free copy today by starting a training blueprint. That has the 90-day Buff Blueprint success guarantee. So if you don't get results, I'll give you all your money back, no questions asked. There's absolutely no risk to any of this. All right, but here's the thing. You gotta act now because there's a one-time special discount available for you on the training blueprint. And plus, this is my absolute best thing, and I could be charging hundreds of bucks for it, but it's yours for free right now. So if you want to get better, click the button below, fill out the survey, get started, and get your free copy today.